This is Future Proof, the show that packs your brain for the future. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15 years old. Every week, they argue about the jobs, the technology, and the big ideas headed our way. So you're ready before they get here.
Welcome back to Future Proof, the show that packs your brain for the future. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're asking the question every exhausted teenager already knows the answer to. Should school start later?
Spoiler alert, my alarm goes off at 6:15 and I make exactly 0 good decisions before 8 a.m.
Science actually backs you up, Terry. The American Academy of Pediatrics says teens need 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night.
And most of us are getting like 6, which is basically running your brain on 1 bar of battery.
But here's the counter-argument. Parents have jobs, buses have schedules, and the whole system is basically a giant clock that nobody wants to reset.
Fair, but clocks were invented by humans, so humans can change them. We literally added daylight saving time. We can handle this.
Okay, but daylight saving time is also widely considered a disaster, so maybe not your strongest example.
Moving on, the thing is, teen brains actually shift biologically. Melatonin releases later at night, so falling asleep early feels impossible.
It's called sleep phase delay, and it kicks in around puberty. So staying up until midnight isn't laziness, it's literally your hormones.
Tell that to every parent who has ever said you just need more discipline.
My dad says that while also falling asleep on the couch at 9 p.m., so the irony is not lost on me.
Adults get to call their sleep schedule self-care. We get called lazy, suspicious.
Okay, let's bring in some real data though. When Seattle schools pushed start times back by 55 minutes, grades actually went up.
And not just a little, researchers found students got 34 more minutes of sleep per night on average, which adds up.
34 minutes doesn't sound huge, but compounded over a school year, that's significant extra rest for a developing brain.
Also, attendance improved. Turns out teenagers show up more when showing up doesn't feel like a punishment.
Revolutionary concept. Who knew?
The flip side is that later starts push after-school activities into the evening, which affects sports, jobs, and family dinner time.
And for kids who take care of younger siblings or have working parents who need them home, a late end time is genuinely hard.
That's a real concern. This isn't a one-size-fits-all fix. It depends on the community.
But the default right now is basically designed around factory schedules from like the 1800s, not around teenage neuroscience.
We are not factory workers. We are the future. Slightly sleepy future, but still.
Some districts are already making changes. California passed a law in 2019 requiring middle schools to start no earlier than 8 a.m.
And high schools no earlier than 8:30. That's actually huge. It's the biggest statewide policy shift on this in US history.
Other states are watching to see what happens. Early results look promising, which is kind of exciting.
It's one of those rare cases where the research is pretty clear and the fix doesn't cost a ton of money.
The main cost is reorganizing bus routes and schedules, which districts estimate runs into the millions, but spread over thousands of students. It's a fraction per kid.
And if students perform better, graduate more, and have fewer mental health struggles, that saves money long-term too.
The CDC links teen sleep deprivation to higher rates of depression, obesity, and even car accidents among young drivers.
Car accidents, because sleepy 16-year-olds are driving to schools that start at 7 a.m. That's a public safety issue, not just a comfort issue.
When you put it that way, it sounds genuinely alarming, which it kind of is.
So what's the actual holdup? Why isn't every school district doing this already?
Inertia mostly changes hard. Contracts with bus companies, coordination with sports leagues, habits that have existed for decades.
Also, some adults genuinely believe suffering builds character, which is a fascinating philosophy that I respectfully disagree with.
You can build character and also sleep until 7:30. Those are not mutually exclusive.
Exactly. Resilience doesn't require exhaustion. That's not toughness. That's just deprivation with a motivational poster on it.
I love when you get fired up about this, Terry.
I feel very strongly about sleep, possibly because I never get enough of it.
So where do we land? Later start times? Good idea with real evidence or too complicated to actually pull off?
I say the evidence is strong enough that inertia isn't a good enough reason anymore. Start the conversation in your school board.
Agreed. And maybe in the meantime, let's all agree to stop scheduling anything important in first period.
First period should legally be a grace period. That's my platform and I'm running on it.
Vote Terry for School Board 2030. Slogan, Let Kids Sleep.
I would genuinely win. Okay, that's our episode. Thanks for listening, and maybe go take a nap. You've earned it.
Sweet dreams, future proofers. See you next week on Future Proof.